Imagine this. It's the middle of the day, you're tired, irritable, and hungry from not having a chance to grab breakfast that morning. On the way to your apartment, you decide to stop at the dining hall, but realize it's too late that it closes at 2 p.m. and it's now 2:15. Desperate for something to eat, you walk to the opposite side of campus towards the nearest open food spot. This whole time you've wasted 30 minutes that you could have used to study for your OChem test, and on top of that, you aren't able to find foods that you want as the only places that are open are Chick-fil-A and Papa John's, which you've had plenty of that week already. While this may be a worst case scenario, if you've experienced this before or just hearing it is enough to make your blood boil, trust me, you're not alone. As a regular student at A&M, I think that the facilities and the dining administration should provide more options, longer hours, and healthier food to maximize the benefits students get from their meals, which would then play a part in their academic success. While there are several things that are significant to fostering this success, I believe that our dining system at A&M is making it more difficult to succeed. So through confronting this problem together and taking action to make a change, I know that with the changing of the dining policies, everyone can enjoy the benefits of increased dining options throughout campus and the positive impact it will have in academics. So I think the main problem that I've noticed is that not having enough dining options on campus directly affects students' ability to eat properly, which can result in a campus-wide decline in academic performance, and it generally makes day-to-day activities more difficult. So one of the most detrimental components of this is the lack of dining hours and availability around campus. From personal experience, like the example I mentioned in the beginning, I'd struggled to find food places near me that were open and had options that I already wasn't sick of or that even seemed appealing, and many of my friends expressed the same frustrations. This is why I think it's so important to address this. This proves how, with limited hours of operation, students with complex schedules won't always be able to eat during the times that the halls are open, and it kind of forces them to eat worse food at worse times, which throws off their schedule when they shouldn't have to. An interesting study published by the Journal of Nutrition, Education, and Behavior proves that 55% of college students are food insecure, meaning they are unable to find or afford nutritious food. So think about it. Would you rather walk 5 minutes to get a freshly made bowl of pasta or walk 10 minutes to go out of your way to get soggy pizza? This shows that not having the options we want or that are available when we need forces us to go out of our way for worse alternatives, and it can really impact our productivity levels and as a result, our grades. So another source, health professional Patton Lopez, states in the Journal of Nutrition, Education, and Behavior that students in our study who reported food insecurity were more likely to have a GPA less than 3.1, which is less than their food secure peers. This shows that people that are food insecure in our university or in any are also, their GPAs are affected by this unknowingly. And if this issue is remedied in some way, there's likely to be an improvement in GPA campus wide. So another negative side to academic performance is simply the lack of nutritious food available on campus. An article written by health journalist Jordan Davis concludes after observing the food options in several different universities that based on the evaluation in 15 institutions, the full campus dining environment provides limited support for healthy eating and obesity prevention. So this kind of points out the lack of availability of nutritious food as seen in places like Chick-fil-A, Smashburger, Panda, Express, or Revs, which offer almost no options for something healthy to students using meal trays, which is what the vast majority of students use for these locations. So not only are we affected by the limited number of healthy options available to us, but through continuing to eat fast food, we also experience negative side effects that impact our ability to do the best we can in our schoolwork. A study in 2005 on eating habits and academic performance reported in the Journal of American Dietetic Association that hunger can distract you and make you irritable while eating a healthy breakfast has shown to improve both focus and ability to think clearly. As you can see, not having access to good food has proven to negatively affect how we perform in our day-to-day academic work and studies. So unless we do something about it, the dining administration will remain ignorant on these options, which we have to speak out about. So the first step in order to changing our system, we must petition the facilities and dining administration to keep the halls and food courts open all hours of the day, as well as implement more healthy options. So in order to keep them open, our best plan of action would be to petition the department and to raise funds for the costs that they'll demand on the university. To start, we have to get the department to see the problem because it's the first step to achieving the goal. However, those that truly believe in the positive impact this can change can help by collaborating on the fundraiser where our actions will be heard just as loudly as our voices. So this would involve like-minded students working together with food service employees as they have more of a direct line of communication to the dining administration. So not only will we increase dining hall hours, but we must also acknowledge the health needs of our fellow Aggies by petitioning to open more healthy food vendors around campus. So many of us have dietary restrictions or preferences that aren't suitably taken care of by the dining system. So in supporting the cause, you would have a say in fixing the issue for not just yourself, but for everyone on campus. So we'll go about this by petitioning the dining administration to shut down the less popular, unnecessary fast food locations as voted on, and reinvent them to healthier options chosen by a student poll. To start, we could encourage the administration to allow more options available to students using meal trades rather than just dining dollars. So instead of 2 options at Chick-fil-A for sandwich and nuggets, include a salad or a chicken wrap along with a side that's not just French fries. I think this would cater to the needs and tastes of a broader group of students. So overall, in supporting this petition, I think one can be proud of taking action for future Aggies who dine at Texas A&M. So through implementing this plan, we'll no longer have to worry about going out of our way for food that just isn't as good by interrupting our schedules. So this is why the organization and health benefits that will result in the remodeled dining policy are significant for student success. This change would allow us to seamlessly go about our day without feeling the negative effects of bad food, and it's necessary for success. So having access to the dining locations that are guaranteed to be open at the time you need them allows students the busiest schedules more time to focus on what's important. And this is backed from evidence according to Salen Boyles of WebMD, who says researchers from the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine reported that college students fared way better when stressed the importance of establishing daily routines for things like sleeping, studying, and eating. So instead of having to cut an activity short that you could leave to get food before it closes, you'd be able to establish a routine that flows best with your schedule. Another benefit to changing this policy is that by staying active in the community and getting involved with a fundraiser, we're staying goal-oriented and keeping aware of our futures. So first of all, the benefits of this change aren't just restricted to the outcome. I know that there's plenty to gain from being part of an organization working together to affect change among the administration. Career coach Alina Tubman emphasizes this point in her statement that getting involved on campus is a great way to build your professional skills, including leadership, teamwork, communication, and prioritization. These skills are necessary for students applying to jobs and internships. So promoting this change with like-minded people and getting experience to be an advocate for change can easily translate to your future careers. So maybe you'll see something that needs improvement, or you know a more efficient way to get things done. By having dealt with this before at Texas A&M, you'll now know the best way to approach the situation at hand. So, in conclusion, we must work together to sign this petition, requiring the school to allow us the option and opportunity to have choice of food vendors on campus. And having the freedom to eat what we want, when we want, is something that we all deserve as college students who have to make the most out of these 4 years as they shape the rest of each and every one of our lives, this moment and later on. So take action now, because your future self will be grateful.